Hey guys, what's up? I'm posting this video as the third installment to the mini-series. I think it was called Living with Ulcerative Colitis While Being on Remicade, the Rash. I kind of wanted to just update anybody who is still checking these out on what my current situation is. And for those who are new to this and just skipped to this video for some reason, if you chose to do that, I want to give you a short, abbreviated version of everything that's been going on. Was really sick as a kid, went on Remicade, senior year of high school, got a lot better throughout college. Graduated college, I started developing this rash, spent a year trying to figure out what it was. In the end, going back just 3 months, my doctor wanted to take me off Remicade because he thought it was a side effect of it. And in fact, it wasn't. It's a separate condition. I have now been diagnosed with something called psoriasis, and I may also have something called psoriatic arthritis. So being off of Remicade since December actually only made my conditions worse because Remicade treats psoriatic arthritis, psoriasis, and obviously ulcerative colitis. So I got worse since December, and just 2 weeks ago I started my infusions back up again, and I feel so much better than I did before. I was so sick from the joint inflammation. I could barely get in and out of bed and walk upstairs. I had swelling in my collarbones where they meet my sternum. Both of my hips were in horrific pain. My left knee was swollen and my left ankle was swollen, and the rashes just got even worse. But I wish I could think of a more appropriate video title for all these now, because it doesn't actually have to do with Remicade. Remicade is now treating it, and we know that for a fact because I'm getting better. But I wanted to show you guys anyway the changes in the rashes if you can compare them to the other videos. They're not as red, they're not as swollen. I'm just going to show you the one on the top of my thigh because I think that's probably the best one I've been able to capture in the past videos. There's obviously a lot of scarring to the tissue in that area, but it's not puffy anymore, it's not red, and the amount of like flakiness is gone, and it's not itchy anymore. So really quick, I'm just going to show you guys this one rash on my thigh. Just get some light over here. Alright, so that's it. You know, all this stuff has been here since this whole problem started last year. It actually originated on the inside of my thigh. Right here, this is like the very, very first mark I ever got. And I remember thinking what it was, but you know, several months later, it just blew up into this awesomeness all over here. But even though this looks terrible, which it is, you know, compared to just a regular leg, it is so much better now that I'm back on Remicade. And that's really it. I mean, that's all I can hope for. I mean, my shin is definitely a little more clear than it was before, but there's still inflammation there. But it doesn't hurt, and most importantly, the biggest deal is the joints. My joints feel better after getting back on the Remicade. I can live with this rash. You know, I really have no problem with it. I'm not, you know, that insecure about myself. It's the joint pain that stopped me from shooting my bow, riding my bike. I still can't run right now. I love to do triathlons, and I can't imagine participating in one at this point because of how bad my fucking ankles still are. But hopefully I'll get better with time. The skin thing, you know, I'm on a gluten-free diet right now because I've had a lot of, I've read a lot of anecdotal reports. I read the book Wheat Belly about relief from these types of conditions, but I've been off of gluten for a month and a half, and I really didn't see any big changes. I was off it for 3 weeks before I went back on the Remicade, and all the changes occurred with the rashes as soon as I got on Remicade within, you know, the following 48 hours. So I think obviously it has much more to do with the drug itself than just being on a gluten-free diet. I do not have celiac disease. I tested negative for it. I doubt I even have an intolerance, but you know, I'm willing to try anything. So this is the third video. I think this is going to be the last video because I really don't have nothing new to report. The Remicade is working. I don't know how I'm going to get the rash to improve. My joints feel a million times better than they had before when I was off of it, and that's obviously like all great stuff and a step in the right direction to getting a little bit better. But I wanted to post this one so those who are watching this kind of could have all the information about someone with a condition like mine, and what things can happen. It's not uncommon for people with ulcerative colitis to develop other autoimmune disorders, and I was born with it, So I've had it for, I'm 26 now. It's been a lifelong journey with this problem, and you know, unfortunately, sometimes new things arise, but you have to be able to adapt and try and cope with it as best as possible. So I wish you all the best of luck, whoever's out there dealing with it. And if you guys have any questions or are curious about things, just post a comment or message me, and I'll try and help you if I can. All right, take care.